Hello and welcome to another episode. Good, just squeezing one in here before my day off tomorrow. But today's topic is going to be a little different, given like I'm not on a computer or have anything to show other material. But I was watching a video earlier about on games and whatnot, and going down that bit, and I was thinking, there's been kind of a resurgence lately over the last few couple years for and a hunger for like your monster taming, monster battling style games. Um, I guess for a lot of your people who played the Pokemon games, I guess the latest ones for that kind of turn people. Me, I don't know. I was never huge, and I like the concept, but yeah, I was never a big Pokemon. But there was one monster raising series that I was kind of like big into that I don't know, it just like it vanished. We haven't had a new one since PS the PlayStation 2. Um, and back in the day, it was a PlayStation exclusive. These days, I wouldn't expect it to be PlayStation exclusive at all. I would expect it to be cross-platform, probably, maybe even possibly more of a Switch game. Even though I don't have a Switch, so I'd prefer it wasn't. But like yeah, it. But and that game is what's known here in North America as Monster Rancher. And it was basically you had a monster ranch, and then otherwise like you'd raise up these monsters for battling in competitions, and it had lots of quirky stuff. These days I think you would update the combat system significantly, but with the last installment they had kind of perfected their exploration system in the game, even though they had gone away from the ranch, which I think it was a mistake in and of itself. Which it was Monster Rancher Evo, and it was you were part of a traveling circus, and that really kind of but yeah, since PlayStation 2 there has not been another one, and with the resurgence of monster taming genre, people wanting it, I'm surprised that it hasn't, because there was a point that I was Buddy made in his video, where like there's not a lot other than your other big one is Digimon is the other big name that you hear when people think monster. When people are thinking monster, typically it's Pokemon and then Digimon. And for a subsect like me, you played Monster Rancher back in the day, and subset like me, you're old too, right? Because like I say, there has not been a Monster Rancher since PlayStation 2. So, but it has kind of a formula that you could like just play right now, because all the games leading up to it, each game took place in kind of, there was Monster Rancher 3 was kind of a one-off. It went in an entirely different direction. It was kind of a flop. But otherwise, Monster Rancher 1, 2, and 4 kind of all followed the same formula kind of deal. And that's what Buddy was saying. Is like, other than, Pokemon is the only one that kind of has a formula to it. Well, now they have that Neximon, I think yeah. But yeah, like, I'm surprised that there has not been a Monster Rancher. It really shocks me. Like, the climate's perfect for it, because it is a game that actually has its own formula built into it. Like, all you'd have to do right now, they have the world built already. They have the monster collection built already. They have the exploration system done already. All you'd really have to do is go and revamp the battle system itself. And otherwise, you could throw a few more mini games into the training aspect to, but really, just focus on that on updating that battle system, and there's your game. You have except instead of the other three, 1, 2, and 4, where each one took place in a different continent. In this one, you choose which continent, right? The whole world is open to you. You still pick your location, you have your ranch, but the whole world is open to you. And the cool thing about that is, like, part of the lore of the game was that each continent would have different variations for certain monsters as well. Certain monsters are not normally present in that area, and you actually require a special license to breed monsters of that type in that area. And like I say, but that's, regional. So which continent you choose actually does play an aspect in the game, right? Like, there's the Suezo, he's a one-eyed monster, and then there's your tiger, which is a wolf, but with like with a unihorn, and he was all blue. Like the traditional, the main one was blue, and if you bred them with your Suezo, you'd get a blue Suezo. Well, and depending on which continent, there was different variations. Some would have the horn, some wouldn't. Some would just be a blue eye. Some would, So it was, and like I say, like, they already have that lore that the game is already, you really just need to update the battle system. And even there, like, you actually could get away with using the battle. It's just these days the battle system is very simple. It's just a side scroll where your distance determines your move kind of thing, and then otherwise it had rock paper scissors style dodge and counter system kind of thing built into it. But yeah, like I say, update update the battle system. But beyond that, it's ready to go. The lore's there, and yeah, it's like I say, I just, given the fact that there hasn't been one, like, I don't know, because it was huge. And now I understand it is one of those games that would have to change format a bit, because one of the big draws of it kind of doesn't exist anymore, or at least isn't as readily prevalent as it used to be. Because the original premise of the game is where you got your monsters from were from CDs. And then as technology advanced and whatnot, DVDs became an option, and just your computer CDs and DVDs were, that's where you got your monsters. And now, nowadays, everything's digital, Well, not everything. People who do want hard copy, you can still go get hard copy, absolutely. But a lot of the content that most people use these days, it's digital or streamed. I'm not buying a movie. I'm watching Netflix. I'm watching Amazon Prime. I'm watching Tubi. I'm watching Disney Plus, if you have it. I kind of, I got rid of my Disney Plus. Disney just doesn't seem to be a company I want to support these days. But, so you kind of have to change. But even there was a way within the game itself to come up with these stone saucers, and yeah, you just open up that area more for getting the monsters, right? But I mean, back in the day, that was a neat draw of it. It was like but I mean, that was, like I say, back then everybody had these massive collection of CDs. So you just go to your buddy's house bring your PlayStation and go through all of his CD collection, see what monsters there were, right? But I don't know. I'm really surprised, like, and it's tech. And it was one of those things back in the day. Not back in the day, but like a decade ago or so, I tried seeing about trying to, like, pitch an idea about, coming up with, because like I say, there hasn't been a Monster Hunter since PlayStation 2. Like, I don't know, it really seems odd, especially like it is. There's no reason for it to be shelved other than the kind of corruption within the game industry itself when it comes to intellectual property. Where there's some games it's better for the company to, like, they literally somehow make more money sitting on a game than they do making one. Seems bizarre to me. I don't really know too much about it. It's one of those, like, I've kind of like heard a little bit about it, but you know, I'm not one to talk to about that. Not these days, anyways. But yeah, and it's a intellectual property that's owned by Tecmo. But Tecmo, they literally have an actual policy about they don't accept uh, business, game ideas, right? But they're the ones sitting on the intellectual property, so it's like, well, why haven't you guys made another one? Come on, come on, Tecmo, make another Monster Rancher, okay? Okay, I want Monster Rancher. I want to raise, like, I want to make my own ranch. I want to have those quirky little monsters. I want to be able to pass my love of Monster Rancher on to my own kids while there's still time. And yeah. So come on, Tecmo, make another Monster Rancher. Why not? Why haven't you done this already? Did I turn off? I'm busy talking, so I don't know if I... Yeah, okay, good. And like I said, it's you can even open up, while my understanding is there actually is an online Monster Rancher, but it's one of those like Japanese only games, and it's or at least Asia only. But over there, they don't call it Monster Rancher, they call it Monster Farm. But yeah, it's an Asian-only game, so like, okay, what about me here? I've been wanting a Monster Rancher for, like, ever. And, like, I don't understand. It's like, especially, like I say, the last few years, there's actually been a general calling out for more games of that type, of that genre. Like, it's bizarre to me that they haven't capitalized on that, you know? That they need somebody to come along and say, hey, you know, that game that you guys have shelved for the last decade, you know, maybe you should take a look at it. Actually, longer than a decade. Here, I'm going to look it up on my phone just because I can do that. Probably loud though, so I have to go over by my air conditioner while I grab my phone. Alright. Monster Rancher Evo was the last. When was that made? 2005. So yeah, like 17 years. It's been 17 years since the last Monster Rancher. Like I say, it's one of those series that there was no reason to shelf it. It did like to experiment. Like say, Monster Rancher 3 was kind of a flop because they went way off. But like Monster Rancher Evo, they went off a bit. But like I say, they actually did have a bit of redemption within their exploration system. The exploration system was really, really well done in Monster Rancher Evo. And you know, there was enough familiarity in it with the monsters that you could get and how you bred them and how you got them, and that even though it wasn't a monster ranch, it was a traveling circus. You know, it was still entertaining. Lots and lots of eggs. It's what, 36 eggs altogether. 11 Rex and 25 RG. Oh, I suppose, eh?
Unless you want your power to go out.
No, I really don't want the power to go out. That would not be very conducive. Okay, I don't know. There we go. Give me the eggs. Oh shit, I wonder how loud that's going to be on the video. Doesn't sound too loud right now with my headphones on, but I know the wife is blow drying her hair right now. In the ensuite, just off of where I'm doing this, so. But whatever, I'm doing it anyways. She's got to do it anyways, so it's just got to be. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that and that's why I decided that I'm doing it, because I had the idea. I'm like while I was watching, I'm like watching this video on monster taming games that you can go play right now, because like I'm into monster games. Like I want a good monster taming, monster raising game. It's kind of the thing that gets me going with this, right? The dino. It's just dino instead of monster, and you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'd like more. I like monster taming, and there's not a whole lot of options out there on just on the PlayStation. And like I said, this game in particular was a PlayStation. This series was a PlayStation exclusive, and it hasn't come out with a game in 17 years. And like, there was a resurgence in the genre type. I don't understand. So hopefully, I'm going to share this video out and out and out. I'm going to share it on Unity Boost, because hopefully the people there agree with me, and like they would also enjoy seeing a monster, another good monster taming series back in the fold. Especially if if any of them are old fogies like me and have played it, or I mean, heck, you don't even have to be that old. You got emulators and stuff these days, right? But if they've been, because like it really was. It was a well done game, actually, especially for that genre. It's really well done. I'm surprised it doesn't have a bigger cult following than what it does. And as is, it does have a good cult following. So I'm sharing. I'm making a video about it. I'm going to share the video. I'm going to share the video as far as I can, and hopefully all the people that do happen to watch this, they'll also share it, and hopefully we can make this video at least with a real message that's not too big. It's totally within my realm of influence, and hopefully we can do something about it. Right. So yeah, that's what this video is. I want I want another good monster raising game. As is, I think I'm gonna, if I were to get a chance, probably I'm probably looking to that Digimon game. Just it's from what I've seen and heard, like it actually is like the best Digimon game, and I've always liked Digimon just as a concept. Most of their games have kind of been crappy, if I'm honest about it. But okay. Why won't you give me a health? Oh, are you health? No. No health. Does not want to give me a health mutation on these Rex on this Rex line at all. Maybe I should start breeding more than 10. At 24 Argies, and that seems to be working out pretty good for the Argies. Didn't work. What was there? My harpoon gun. Are you? Oh, no. There we go. Okay. I really wish there was a crack all eggs button. Or that you could like highlight more than one. So I'm going to do one by one by one. Doo, 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 doo. Dud, 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 dud. All duds. The RGs are coming along though. We're up to 6 and 6 and 1 and 1. I think 1 and 1. I'm pretty sure I haven't worked up stamina. I've gotten the first stamina mutation because I may as well keep it, but I don't think I've worked up stamina. And health I just got on the RGs, so I haven't worked that one up yet. Nope. Well, only 5 more to check. Oh, 6, okay. Oh yeah, because there's the one wreck, okay. 41, 41. Nope. All duds. So I didn't even like look at a time before I started doing this. So I don't even know how long I've been. No idea how long this video is going to be, but I'm probably going to end it about now. Because like the point I want to get on, the point I want people to share about, is about Monster Rancher. I want to see another Monster Rancher. I want to see if people agree with me. I want to see if I can get likes. I want to see if I can get shares for Monster Rancher. I want a new Monster Rancher. Give me a Monster Rancher. Come on, Tecmo. New Monster Rancher. So yeah, if you want to see another Monster Rancher, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment, let me know. But yeah, till next time.